whereby it's about communication and networking. So, you know what communication is. It's all about exchanging information between one party to another to pass a message. So it is what we say and how we say it. That's very important. Communication is a two-way process. It's two-way because as a speaker, I need to know, am I communicating this evening? I can see that through the interaction, through the chats. So communication is two-way. We need to have feedback for us to know that communication was successful. Then let us not just talk. Let us communicate. Are we passing information? Are we getting feedback? It's all about that. So how best should we communicate? It is all about effective communication. Good. Effective, yes, effective communication. This, we may not go through all the 7 C's of communication that are recommended to be an effective communicator. And it's so important. I find most clients, when they invite TCM Africa, TCM stands for Training, Coaching, and Mentoring Africa. It's a company I work with. When you ask the human resource and the training department to highlight in advance the areas of interest where they would like us to address before the training, communication is usually mentioned. Communication, teamwork, you know, all that. So it's so important because everything begins and stops with communication. Think about it. So it's so important for us to be effective communicators. One of the C's to consider that has been proposed by researchers is let's be clear in communication. Clear. Let's not use tough words to try that we know so much. You know, let's be clear. Let's be understood. The second C of effective communication is completeness. Let whoever is listening to us get to be in a position to follow us from the beginning to the end. You know, let them feel that we have really communicated something, you know, where, yeah, our statement was complete. There was no omissions. Courteous, this is very important. Courteous is placing yourself into the shoes of the other person. For instance, you work with an organization, your boss may be from, not from Kenya, so they are not even conversant with the cartel's language of Sheng. And over the weekend, you take all the trouble, you are partying somewhere, I hope you are partying safe in these COVID times. And on Monday morning, you wake up with hangovers, you feel sick, maybe you even took all those drinks that excite you. And you feel you need to send an apology and say you're not reporting to work. And you call your boss and you decide to do it in Sheng. Bazenga, unajua jana tulikuwa tei, nini. Leo sitatokelezea wera, you know, you're assuming that your boss understands Sheng. You're not courteous. So it's important to put yourself into the shoes of the person you're communicating to and use a language that both parties are comfortable with and understand. The other C is concise. Being brief and to the point. Be brief and to the point. I cannot overemphasize that. Concrete. Be clear. Be clear in what you are saying. Just like concrete, it's firm. Be firm and clear. Correct. Don't come tell us that, you know what, Joe Biden has been elected as the 44th president of the United States of America. No, that is not correct. 44th was Obama. Joe Biden will be the 46th. So whatever you are communicating, let it be correct, let it be true. Coherent is all about there is logical flow of what you are trying to say. So these are the 7 C's of communication that will help you and I to become better communicators and to stand out. It's about assertive communication. Assertive. How assertive are we? Actually, effective communication is actually under assertive communication. So basically, when you're assertive, it's more or less being firm. You are honest. You are respecting the rights of others. You also want to hear what they have to say. You exude confidence in your communication. You are expressing your needs. Why are you communicating? If you are the boss, can you be clear? Can your team members really not just hear you talk, but hear you communicate? You want a report by this day, and the report should look like this and this and that. And why do you need that urgently? And who should do it? You know, you're expressing your needs, you are assertive. Make good eye contact. That is very important, you know. Like even like in handshake, you shake someone's hands. That's a whole thing we can discuss, matters of image and whatever we can discuss in a whole week. You shake the hand family and say someone's name like Michael, and look them in the eye. For now, we are not shaking hands because of COVID. So, but make good eye contact. It's very good in assertive communication. Speak with a firm voice. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Next slide. Yes, be direct. Don't be ambiguous. Use polite words. Sorry, I'm sorry, I am late. I'm sorry, I was not able to send you the report in time. And start with I. I is simply shifting the blame to the person you are talking to, and acknowledge, you know, I understand, Paul, that you are new in this organization. But it's important for you to understand our culture that we report at 8, not at 8:30 as you have come today. Instead of saying, you, Paul, you have a problem of coming late every other time. So, you know, when you speak with I, you are shifting the blame from the offending party. So it's an important strategy in assertive communication. Criticize the behavior, not the person. That's very important. Make commitments. Yes, why do you want to communicate? What do you want to be done? By who and by when? Or also, what are you bringing to the table yourself? Communicate with respect. Very important, very important. In the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, matters of respecting other people, minding them is very important. It's a book I recommend. And before I forget, for marketing and branding, the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing, 22 Immutable Laws of Branding, those are books I highly recommend that you can revisit after this. Find a solution, not a problem when communicating. Good.